When you think about climate, you might think about dramatic headlines as Hurricane Katrina floods in New Orleans. But big storms and seasonal droughts are better described as weather. So, what is climate and what is weather? Well, weather is the day-to-day condition of Earth's atmosphere, while climate refers to the average conditions of over long periods. There are some factors that affect the climate, such as the solar energy, the greenhouse effect, and the latitude. The greenhouse effect allows the solar radiation to enter the biosphere, but slow down the loss of radiated heat to space. There are some climate zones. Each climate zone are produced by an unequal distribution of the sun heat on Earth's surface. The polar regions receive less solar energy per unit area, and so less heat than tropical regions do. Now, we're gonna talk about the niches and community interactions. Organisms occupy different places in part because each species has a range of conditions under which it can grow and reproduce. These conditions help define where and how organisms live. First of all, we're gonna talk about tolerance and habitat. Tolerance is the ability to survive and reproduce under a range of environmental circumstances. Organisms have an upper and lower limit of tolerance for every environmental factor. Beyond these limits, the organism cannot survive. Habitat is the general place where an organism lives. When organisms attempt to use the same limited ecological resource in the same place at the same time, competition occurs. Competition can occur both among members of the same species, known as intraspecific competition, and between members of different species, known as interspecific competition. Direct competition between different species almost always produces a winner and a loser, and the losing species dies out. When the species were grown in separate cultures under the same conditions, each survived, but when both species were grown together in the same culture, one species outcompeted the other. The less competitive species did not survive. The competitive exclusion principle states that no two species can occupy exactly the same niche in exactly the same habitat at exactly the same time. And instead of competing for similar resources, species usually divide them. There are some relationships in ecosystems, such as the predator-prey relationship, the herbivore-plant relationship, and the symbiosis. Symbiosis is any relationship in which two species live close together. Biologists recognize three main classes of symbiotic relationships in nature: mutualism, parasitism, and commensalism. Mutualism is a kind of relationship between species in which both benefit. Parasitism is a relationship in which one organism lives inside or on another organism and harms it. The commensalism is a relationship in which one organism benefits and the other is neither helped nor harmed. To facilitate the study of different regions of the Earth, ecologists classify Earth terrestrial ecosystems into at least 10 different groups of regional climate communities called biomes. Biomes are described in terms of abiotic factors like climate and soil type, and biotic factors like plant and animal life. Major biomes include tropical rainforest, tropical dry forest, tropical grassland, desert, temperate grassland, temperate woodland and shrubland, temperate forest, northwestern coniferous forest, boreal forest, and tundra. Each biome is associated with the seasonal patterns of temperature and precipitation.